If you brew it, they will drink. Hi, I'm Dave. You already know that beer tastes better at the brewery. The ingredients in the beer taste better when they're grown close to the brewery. That's the idea behind a beer that's coming out later on this summer called Yield of Dreams, a collaboration between the Iowa Brewers Guild and Iowa corn growers. So we're going to learn all about this lager that's coming soon to a glass near you. Iowa grown corn, Iowa made beer. It's a Yield of Dreams, and for a lot of us, it's a dream come true. On this episode of Brewed. This is Ophelia, everybody, and Ophelia is the head brewer at Big Grove in Iowa City.
Yes.
That's got to be an amazing job.
It is.
I mean, like a lot of hard work.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not going. Knowing what I know it's not like fun all the time.
Yeah. I mean,
It's got to have its moments,
it's
though.
fun.
Right?
Yeah, it can be
right?
fun. Oh, yeah.
Yield of Dreams is why we're here.
Yes.
Now, this is a. First of all, describe the beer. I have not had it yet.
Yes, so it has been produced before.
Right.
So this is an Iowa Brewers Guild beer. Ideally, it's a lager with corn. So we're gonna think in the realm of, usually like a Mexican lager type of deal is
Okay.
what we're expecting in terms of flavor.
Okay.
If you've never had one before. So, but the Yield of Dreams, what really makes it amazing is we're actually using corn from fields from around Iowa.
When you have a choice, when you're
Yes.
putting together recipes and building, malt bills and profiles and things of
Yeah.
that nature, I have to imagine that the closer you can get where the ingredients come from, as close to Iowa City as possible, that's got to be important to you, right?
It feels really good when we can do that.
Right.
I think I've asked a couple of the farmers now, I've been asking them where their farms are because to me that feels really authentic to know. And I think a couple of them are just northwest of Cedar Rapids or just a little more western than that. And then one is from southwestern Iowa.
Right.
And so I believe the furthest this grain has come, the corn, was about 150 miles, which is still so much closer than so much product comes to us from.
Right, right.
So it's really special to be able to do something so local.
This is not the first year of the beer, and
Correct.
my understanding is usually it's something that they have obviously at the Iowa State Fair.
Yeah.
Right? When are you brewing it and when is it available?
Yeah, so today,
Right.
we're brewing today, and the exciting part of that is we are utilizing this hybrid lager yeast called Nova Lager from Lalamond, I believe. And so what's amazing is that is a lager strain, and what that usually means is it's low and slow.
Okay.
If you think of a lager, low and slow is kind of what we're thinking of. Ale is hot and fast.
What lagers taste so delicious because they took so long to make.
Exactly.
Right.
So what we're kind of targeting here is around 14 days of fermentation, which
Okay.
is the yeast are working hard, they're doing all the stuff, eating the sugar, and then we're going to kind of chill that out. We're going to be able to finish the beer. So we're looking at about a month or so
okay.
of production time, and then the rest is on everyone else. So
That's somebody else's problem.
Exactly.
Your job is to make it and
yes,
where it goes
to make
from
the
here.
yeast happy, and that's really what my job is.
Will the beer only be available at Big Grove or?
I believe it's going to be distributed.
Okay.
So other places will be able to get it.
Right.
It'll be in keg and can. And so, yeah, we're going to be able to get it out to all sorts of people all across Iowa.
This is not the first year of the beer, but does it get altered at all? Do the breweries kind of mess with the recipe? Like this year's version of Yield of Dreams will be
Correct.
something that you put
Correct.
together knowing you were going to have this corn and
Absolutely.
and that it was supposed to be a lager.
Yes.
Okay.
So the cool thing about brewing to me is that you could hand anybody a recipe, and because it's an agricultural product, because we are still working on an art, the beer will taste different year to year, no matter who is brewing it. So
Right.
even if we produced it next year, we're using the agricultural product of corn, and that year's corn could be different or have more sugar or whatever it is. So it's just kind of an exciting experience to let it do what it's going to do. But yeah, I think we're excited to see what happens.
It's interesting to me that corn can be like grapes, where you can say,
Yes.
oh yeah, 25 was a
Terroir.
good year. And I've been told by the farmers that last year was a really good year for corn. So you don't have a challenge of like, oh, the corn's not so good this year.
Right. So, and what we're looking for specifically with brewers is the amount of sugar that's really locked inside of there.
Right.
And sets of proteins and all these chemical things that are going on in the corn. And that's something that we need to look at because basically we're preparing the plate for the yeast to eat. And if there's not a ton of sugar one year, or there's too much protein, those change how the yeast interact with that sugar.
What do you do with all the corn once you're done using it?
We give it to another farmer who is going to then feed it usually to their cattle and everything. And so that's where actually all of our spent grain goes, is to a local farmer currently who collects it from us, and then they take it on and finish their cattle with it.
So Iowa corn
Yes,
becomes Iowa beer,
absolutely.
and a subproduct of the manufacture of that Iowa beer goes to Iowa animals,
Yes.
which then become another delicious Iowa product.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Iowa all the way down.
I love everything about this.
Yes.
It's yield of dreams. It's a dream come true for a lot of
Absolutely.
different people.
And
Ophelia.
as a White Sox fan, it's kind of fun to name it Yield of Dreams.
Oh, I love that. Sox fan? That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Wow. I already knew your beer was delicious. I didn't know that you were like the smartest brewer we've
Thank
ever had on the
you.
show.
I know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, go Sox.
Go Sox.
And Ophelia, thank you so much for your time. Keep up the
Absolutely.
good work.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
I do know which field it come out of and everything.
Okay.
But it's just.
Will you be
regular
able to
corn out
taste
of
the
there.
beer and go like, oh yeah, I know
I
where this
will
is
not.
from?
No, I got to be honest. I've never tasted my corn before, but I'm looking forward to a little bit of beer.
Yep.